here, your friendly Black Diamond rep for the Southeast, and we're going to talk about Black Diamond headlamps for fall 2020, and specifically our 2-button headlamps, and that make up the majority of our headlamp sales, and that includes the Storm, the Spot, the Cosmo, and the Revolt. So we're just going to go over quickly the functionality and how to use this 2-button system. We're going to be using the Storm today because the Storm does include all of the features that are offered, and that way I can show you all the features in one headlamp. The first button is the main button that we're going to be talking about, and then the second button is going to be the mode button. So main, mode, mode, main, main, mode. The main button is going to be used to turn it on and off. So hopefully 100% of y'all know how to turn it on and off, but there may be one that does not. So now you know the main button turns it on, turns it off. It does have a memory, so if you are in the brightest mode or the dimmest mode and you turn it off and you turn it back on, it's going to go back to the brightness level you had it when you did turn it off. So kind of a cool feature. It doesn't automatically resort back to the brightest or the dimmest or the medium brightness level. The second function will be utilizing both buttons. So when it is off and you want to put it in your pocket, in your jacket, or a pack to carry it, you don't want it to turn on and sap all your batteries, you're just going to hold both the mode and the main button until you see that flashing light there, and it will then be locked and you cannot turn it on. Of course, if you want to turn it back on, you're going to hold both buttons for 3 seconds and you can see it back on right there. So now you can use it at will. Another cool feature of these headlamps is the battery meter. So when you turn it on, you'll see the battery meter flash. Looks like it's about 1/3 full. And also when you turn it off, you see the battery meter come on, so about 1/3 full. So that's a good way to know if you need to replace the battery soon or if you need to carry new batteries and whatnot. The next function is just the brightening and the dimming of it. So when it is on, if you hold this main button, it'll cycle through to the dimmest, and then it'll cycle back up to the brightest. So the brightest in the Storm is 400 lumens, which utilizes both the proximity and the distance beam. So that gives you about 100 meters of visibility. Another function of this main button is if it is on and you double click, it will be a strobe. And to turn the strobe off, you just click it off, and then back on, it'll be your regular beam. So the next function is this power tap right here. So the power tap's a cool function if you are in the woods and you think you see a squatch or a bear and you need to turn your head real quick and get a good view. If you just touch that side panel on the right side panel here of the Storm, it will resort all the way to the brightest setting, which is the 400 lumen setting. If you put it on strobe and you click the power tap, it'll resort to the SOS signal, which hopefully none of y'all ever have to use, but if you do have to use it, now you know how to use it. So the second button we will kind of cover real quickly is the mode button, and the mode button is simply put to cycle between modes. So this mode button, which is the top circle button, right now it is on the distance beam, which is definitely a more concentrated, kind of further reaching beam. One click of that, it'll go to the proximity beam, which is of course going to be better for camping or around a campfire, just a more dispersed field of view. And then next will be one of your 3 color LEDs. So with the Storm, you have blue, red, and green. It's a good night vision so you don't blind people. If you do hold that main button down, the mode button down, when you're on the LED color, it'll cycle between the red, blue, and green functions there. There is a cool matrix that we can either send you a link to, or you can check out the Black Diamond website. That'll go through all of the features of the Storm, Spot, Cosmo, and Revolt, which again is our 2-button headlamps that we offer. For your reference though, the power tap is offered in the Storm and the Spot, and if you remember, the power tap's that side button right there. The memory function is offered in all headlamps, Storm, Spot, Cosmo, and Revolt. Both the distance and the proximity beam are also offered in all 4 headlamps. The night vision LED color are offered on 4. But the Storm is the only one with red, blue, and green. The Spot, the Cosmo, and the Revolt only offer the red night vision mode. The SOS is also only offered in the Storm. The lockout is offered on all four, and the battery meter is offered on all but the Cosmo. So again, that is a lot of info. Feel free to check out the matrix online or shoot us an email, or we can send you a PDF for ease of view. But mainly what we wanted to do is to kind of go through and show you how to operate these 2-button headlamps. So that is Black Diamond headlamps on the 2-button functions for fall 2020.